What's happening, people? Dan Lawless here, back with another edition of the West Ham Week, where I take three of the top stories from West Ham throughout the week and break them down into 2-minute sections. Hasn't been one in a while, as there hasn't been much noteworthy to talk about with West Ham. However, this week there's some big stories that have come out, so we're going to get into that. Do head over to my other channel, Dan, Damo and Jace. It's called The Other with my two best mates. I will be showing you behind the scenes, step by step, of how I edit a West Ham Fans EV video, in particular this one. And I'm going to try and show more behind the scenes stuff on that channel, but we also have a lot of fun stuff, some great banter on there, and just check it out. I appreciate your support if you could drop a subscribe. Anyway, let's get into it. Start the timer now. So, Felipe Anderson, this one was a surprising one in a way, as is a subject of interest from Real Madrid. He's what you'd call a secondary target for Zidane's Real Madrid in the summer. Their primary target being Eden Hazard, who Chelsea are not really looking to part with, as they've got a transfer ban. This is the interesting thing. They've, I think Real Madrid made like a 60-something million pound offer, but Chelsea were looking for double that. But now they've got this transfer ban that they tried to appeal and that got rejected. And he's got 1 year left in his contract, Hazard. I can't see them parting with him. Could they turn their attention to Felipe Anderson? A lot of the top news sites seem to think so. It's just a question of, would you take him? They're talking about £65 million is the rumoured figure that Real Madrid will be willing to pay. I'd like to up it maybe a little bit more to 75 million. I'd be comfortable. Like, he's had a decent season. He's shown a lot of promise. He's got 8 goals and 6 assists in 31 appearances. So, he's not, set the world alight. However, it's a decent season that you hope he can then build on, after his first season in the Premier League. However, with this rumoured £25 million budget and things like that, if we can get a real good bit of money for him and reinvest, because we really are going to need a striker. If we can keep Samir Nasri, we can keep Lanzini fit, those creative places, seem to be covered. So, as much as I like Anderson and I would want him to stay, I think that, if the price is right, we should do it. And he's obviously going to, be very tempted by the opportunity to go to play for a big, massive, huge club like Real Madrid and under a legendary player like Zidane. So hopefully, if it happens, I hope it don't happen, but if it does, hopefully it can benefit all parties involved. Declan Rice has got himself in a bit of hot water this week with some controversial Instagram posts that have been dug up from 2015, when I think he was about 15 years old, seemingly showing support for the IRA. It sort of put hashtag, I think it was the end, it was, I think the island under, I think it's like under 18s, whether it's got a win, and he put hashtag up the RA in support. And that's been dug up, and he's got a lot of backlash from it. He's come out and said, he's apologized for any offence caused. I recognise my attempt to show support for my teammates at the time could be negatively interpreted. While my naive words were not meant to be political opinion and do not represent who I am, I sincerely apologise for offence caused. Now, obviously, a lot of the Ireland fans are using this as a stick to beat him over the head with. A lot of, some England fans are completely up in arms. And I think it's ridiculous to get up in arms over it. He's 15 years old. How many of us have said or done something really stupid when we were 15? In fact, how many of us have said or done something stupid as adults? So, to sit there and, have a go at him when he was a kid, I don't think he truly meant it as a sign of support for the IRA. I think it was just a bit an ignorant post, sort of seemingly what he thought was just supporting his Irish teammates at the time. I think the Irish fans need to get over this thing now. Like, this whole Acne Declan Rice situation. Ireland really need to be looking at growing homegrown, actual proper Irish players, that were born and raised in Ireland, and you won't have these problems. So I think everyone needs to just ease up on Declan Rice. He's apologised. They're old tweets. Obviously, someone's gone out to dig these up to try and, discredit him, and I think it's sad, really. Finally, season ticket deadline day. That has been the subject of a lot of controversy, along with the raising of the actual season ticket prices. First, let's get into deadline day. 17th of May, I believe, was the deadline initially set out. very, very soon. Like, doesn't give fans a lot of the time from the season ends to, the flipping for the season ticket. A lot of backlash has come out for that, and the club have extended it to the 31st of May. Not really that long as you're, bleeding like, but, buys us an extra couple of weeks. But it is frustrating, like, especially if you're going to raise the prices that much, like mine, I think I've got an extra 55 quid I've got to pay, so 655. If you're going to raise the prices that much, you need to give fans a much, much further extended period of time in which to pay that. Because you didn't say at the start of the season, we're going to raise the prices. A few months before the deadline, you're just going, right, everyone's season tickets are getting raised. So, I think, and that's the thing, a lot of people, they go as families and things like that. Like, stuff like 55 quid might not seem like a lot of money to people, but to some it's a lot, especially when you, like I said, you have got families going. Like, the kids' tickets have been raised. A lot of people are saying that's a good thing because the amount of people that buy the kids' tickets and then, upgrade them or sell them on and get someone to upgrade them and only go to the games that they want to go, like all these Arsenal, Man United fans and things like that. That's a valid point. However, I think there's better ways to stamp that out without raising the kids' tickets to astronomical prices. Personally, I must say as well, the actual deadline, that's the 17th of May deadline, is staying for people that want to do the monthly pay monthly credit thing. So if you are doing that, your deadline remains the same. But yeah, I think it's a load of crap that we've put the prices up, personally. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, there hasn't been one in a while. Hopefully there's going to be a little bit more to talk about coming up. It's always hard, when you're trying to find 3 things to talk about. I'm thinking about doing maybe something a little bit more regularly with the news stuff, as it occurs daily, and something a little bit more interactive. I've got some ideas in the pipeline, so keep tuned for that. Like I said, do check out, and please head over to my other channel, Dan Damo and Jace, and give us a subscribe. The support would mean a lot. Like I said, it's we have a lot of fun on the channel. We've been mates for 20 years, so yeah, I hope you guys can enjoy it. And like I said, I will try and put some West Ham fan TV related stuff that I can't really put on this channel on there. So as well as some other good stuff. So check it out. Obviously, most importantly, make sure you subscribe to West Ham Fan TV. Instagram, we're using it. Facebook, we're using it. Twitter, we're using it. Check out all of our social media posts. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Looking forward to hopefully see Declan Rice in the England squad, getting a start, or at least coming on as a sub. And then next week it's back to all the fun and madness with the Everton game. So one thing left to say, come on you Irons.